Oh. Lightning. Draw and guess. Wow, that'll be fun. Hi guys, how are you? How's everybody doing? I wonder if I can like my own live stream. Never thought about that before. Hi there, how are you? Oh, I haven't any. I feel bloated. I just ate dinner. I think I remember that picture. Zach. Hi, Black Man, how are you? How's everybody doing tonight? I have my blankie with me. It's just a shirt. I'm so glad there's so many questions for me to answer. Look at all those questions. I don't know where to begin. It's just streaming so fast, I can't even answer them. Of course, you know I'm being sarcastic. If you're here, remaining here. When I scroll on TikTok, I see people that just stare at their phone and wait for people to ask questions, and I actually feel uncomfortable for the person that's waiting for questions, and then I'll usually say something so they don't feel uncomfortable. That's not why I'm here, Noel. Hi, Christy. How are you? Hi, Mad Hoppers, the Mad Hoppers. Hi, music. Where did you lose yours? I want to hear it. I'm all ears. Maybe I should go live on that. No, I'm not going to say that. It'd be nice if I was taken seriously. Well, hi. I'm from the Midwest, too. My dad was born in Cincinnati, so I love the Midwest. I love this song. Hi, Dusty. What happened to my music? I just can't handle all these questions. There's too much. I guess people don't understand why I'm here. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Zach. Did you have anything? What good thing happened to you today, Zach? That's what I always like to ask people. There's at least one good thing that happened to you today. What was that? I don't like wearing glasses. I don't like how they feel. I don't want anything on my face. I just woke up and still love God. That's good. Where are you from, Zach? What part of the world? Because where I am, it's 7 o'clock at night. Unless you're just catching up on sleep. I remember when I first started live streaming, not that I'm any expert because I'm not, and I haven't very often. I felt the need to just incessantly talk, and now I realize just wait for questions. It's 8:04. Oh, okay. I don't know what you mean, Jersey girl. I hope you're not saying something mean to me. Hi, Jimmy. Is it Jim? Jim, how are you? Now, I'm not nervous. I've had a rough week. My mom has Alzheimer's with delusions, and it's a pretty hard thing to come to terms with about your own mother and to deal with. So it's been rough to deal with somebody, your own parent, that has Alzheimer's with delusions and thinks people are trying to kill her, and she doesn't even live in the same state as me. So I've been exhausting myself trying to help my mom and get her help, but she doesn't think that she needs help. She doesn't realize. She argues with me. She's belligerent, difficult. She's highly intelligent, so that's what kept her from being discovered, I guess, or for people. She was able to deceive people for a long time because she's so bright. But now she's having delusions, and she can't hide that. And they're pretty serious. Oh, brother. Oh, I used to live in Houston. I used to go to Galveston all the time. I'm going to turn the fan on. I haven't been to Galveston in years. Yeah, it's not fun. I actually had to turn her into the Department of Motor Vehicles to have her license revoked because she's still trying to drive, and she's a safety hazard for herself and for other people. You can't drive if you're having a delusion, obviously. I lived in Houston. I grew up in Houston. I went to Bel Air High School in Houston. Went through, I hospice is going there too. Ugh, I don't want to go through that. Oh wow, you're close to where I am. Yeah, hospice is trying to help me with her, and at first they didn't realize that. They thought that she wasn't that bad. They thought there was just mild cognitive impairment, but now they're realizing that some days she seems completely lucid, and then other days she thinks people are out to get her, and very disturbing things that aren't true or real. Yes, you. I shouldn't have said that. Okay, Google, skip. No, well, thank you for the roses. That was sweet. Thank you, Vanna. Thank you. Oh, I don't need a sad song. Okay, Google, skip. I've cried more in the last week about my mom. It's really hard to accept. Oh, I lived in Boston. I lived in Boston for a couple. Thank you for saying that about my mom. Thank you. Yeah, I lived in Boston. My dad did his postdoc at Harvard. I guess I shouldn't say that, but he did. And we lived there in the early 70s. I loved it. New Hampshire. No, I don't. If I have been, well, thank you, John. If I have been in New Hampshire, I don't remember. I was probably really young and just don't remember. Can you tell I hate glasses? I don't like jewelry. I don't like anything touching my skin. I don't know why I'm like that. I love jewelry, but I don't like how it feels. And I'm funny about tags, and I think a lot of people probably are. And I lifted weights today for the first time in a while. Cambridge, yeah. We went back there to visit my uncle, who's a child psychiatrist, about 10 years ago. He lived in Gloucester on the ocean. My dad's brother. I would love to go back there and live there, except I don't really care for the cold like I used to. Back Bay, I don't know what that means. At 63, I'm jealous. I feel like I think most people have to wear them when they're about, I think 45 is the average age. Some people get away with it longer, but I've always had problems with my vision. I had 2 eye surgeries to correct my vision before they had LASIK, and they actually used a scalpel, and that about talk about having to be brave, knowing that they were going to use a scalpel, and I had to do it twice because I was legally blind. I was so nearsighted. Oh, well, thank you. I love lifting weights. It's one of the few things you can control in your life. Yeah, you're right about just reading for indoors. I don't need them. Well, I don't either. And I don't think there's any kind of corrective surgery for people that need bifocals. I never thought that I would need them. It's amazing our self-perception and what is reality. They frequently or sometimes aren't the same. So tell me something good about your day. I always wonder, too, I shouldn't say that. I say too much about what I really think. I should be more fake like everybody else. I still lift weights, just differently than before. I've been told I should do yoga. Wow, Spain. I've been to Spain, and I loved it. It was so beautiful. Hi, Warren. How are you? Yeah, I have to lift weights differently, too. I have so many... It's unbelievable, all the injuries I have, but I've lifted weights for decades, on and off, and I can't escape injuries, obviously. Right now, I have a significant shoulder impingement, and my orthopedic surgeon doesn't know what's wrong, so I'm just going to have a steroid injection. I can hardly lift this arm. I mean, there are a lot of things that I can do, but just lifting it like that is extremely painful. And it's been like that for months. And my orthopedic surgeon, sports medicine doctor, MRI said nothing was wrong. So I don't understand. How could something that severe not show up on an MRI? I don't get it. My routine? Well, because of my mom, and before that because of my dad, my routine has been... Anyway, my routine before I got COVID, I have all these... Before I got COVID, that reactivated my mono from 12th grade. I was going to make a video about that because I don't think many people are aware of it. But I'm negative because of what I'm going through. I'm having to accept the fact that my mom is a shell. Her body's still here, but her brain is gone. And I've cried almost every day for I don't know how long. And so I'm sorry if I seem negative to you. I thought that getting on TikTok might make me get my mind off of all of that, and that maybe I could connect with people and maybe help somebody. But as far as my routine, I'm very regimented. I have serious eating issues. If you look at my, I have 3 sons. Well, thank you for saying that. What I am is a realist. I don't pretend anything. Life is good and bad. Anyway, my routine, every day I wake up and I put my gym clothes on. I work out of my house so I don't have to wear certain clothes, and thank goodness, because well, there's so much, and I don't want to sound negative like that person said, but I make exercise and what I eat a priority. I plan what I'm going to eat about once a week. But I'm thank you for saying that. I'm very rebellious, and I even rebel against myself. If I think that I should or shouldn't do something, my natural instinct is, I don't want to do that, or no, I do want that. If I think I can't have something, then I want it, and vice versa. And I think we're all like that to a degree. And so I plan for that, knowing that I'm going to rebel against all of the food ways to control my food intake. Well, I actually am a very loving person. Thank you for saying that. But I make exercise a priority, and I did go to the gym today. I had a great workout. It's been a while since I've gone to the gym, and just recently joined a new gym. And but I had a hyaluronic acid knee injection on Monday, so I can't do a lot of things. But anyway, I did back and biceps, and then I did a few things for my glutes, and then the elliptical is what I did. And I had to tell myself that I was satisfied with that. Normally, I just have to wipe myself out at the gym before I'm satisfied. But I'm learning the hard way that I need to just be satisfied with myself and not be so hard on myself and let myself be happy about what I've accomplished. I do the fruitarian diet and have a burger on the weekend. Whatever works for you. Well, thank you, Devin. That's very sweet of you. I say, you know what I don't like is I watch a lot of people on TikTok, and I have my favorites, of course, but I watch a lot of bodybuilders and people that talk about weight loss and their own personal weight loss journey. And what I've learned, I'm 57, what I've learned from decades of obesity and trying to lose weight is that we're all so different. And what we like and what we can live with is very different from other people. That person just said that you have a certification iridologist. Really? I've always wanted to have my eyes, I wonder if I could look closely enough. I have hazel eyes, but they're green, yellow, blue, and brown, and they look kind of like a kaleidoscope. I always wondered what somebody would say like that, an iridologist. But as far the person that said they have fruitarian, I guess that means fruit, just like it sounds. See, that wouldn't work for me. But, right, we're all very individual. That wouldn't work for me. But what works for me, of course, probably wouldn't work for you. So we have to figure out what we like and what works for us. What makes us happy that we can live with. Hi, Jack. There's classes on YouTube about the fruitarian. It's nice to meet you, Jack. Be right back. Okay, Google. Skip. I need to get some glasses that don't drive me nuts. Want to see what I used to look like? Here's one of my many before pictures. I looked happy. I was happy. I was with my son. But I was huge. And I could hardly walk. I had to wear a brace so I could walk on my leg. Not too fun. If someone like me can lose weight, then anyone can. I have very severe eating issues. And yes, baby steps. That's exactly right. Till we get momentum. Classes on iridologist. I don't know what that means. Classes on iridology. Hi, Roger. How are you doing? You don't have a... Oh, okay. Now your picture appeared. That was weird. Crypto Joe. Hi, Crypto Joe. You don't by any chance like crypto? I know, I'm not funny. So what do you think about Bitcoin right now being at, what is it, 17? Or did it go down more? It's pretty disturbing. Okay, Google. What's the price of Bitcoin right now?
One Bitcoin is approximately $17,230.30.
It's 17.2 right now. You would love Alan Duran on YouTube. Well, I'll take a screenshot. Oops. There. Thank you for telling me that, and I appreciate it. I love learning. Every day I try to learn. Oh, thank you, Roger. And Roger, feel free to permanently block anyone that's rude or disrespectful. I don't I don't tolerate that. I don't believe in second chances. If someone is going to say something rude or mean one time, they'll say it again and again. So thank you, Roger, for doing that. She's in Hawaii. I leave Duran. Oh, I would love to go to Hawaii. I've never been there. So is Alan, wait, Alive, which I've never seen that name, Alive or Aliv, is she the iridologist that you're referring to? I'll tell you about your interests. I do too. First you jump. Get on live with me and then you jump and then I'll jump. Oh, Elian. Eileen. Eileen. I've never seen that spelled that way. Thank you, Roger. I like your, I'm like that too. I'm very direct and say exactly what I think. What is that? I don't know what that's a picture of. Fizz gig. Looks like a cat. What? Thank you for the rose. I'm waiting to see what he's going to say after that. Okay. I wish people that wanted to lose weight would get on my lives. I haven't even been getting on live very often because of my mom. Thank you, Roger. I was reading Budweiser is what I was reading. I don't know what that means. Thank you for joining my live. If you have any questions about weight loss or weight loss maintenance, I'd love to answer the best that I can. What, Roger? How? Why do you say that? I don't even know what that means, so I'm glad I don't know what it means. I suspected it meant something rude. Hi there, how are you? 1982. I graduated from high school in 1984. Which sure doesn't seem like that long ago. But I'm glad to see a woman in my live stream. Do you have any questions about weight loss or weight maintenance? I weighed in the 200s at my top. I was about 250. I stopped weighing myself at 250, but I don't think I went much past 250, and I was obese, morbidly obese, the majority of my life, not my whole life, but the majority of my life, and I am a veteran as far as weight loss and weight loss maintenance. There aren't a lot of people that are as old as me that lost weight so late in life and that were successful. So I have a lot of experience with it. I've had a lot of, I went to high school. Oh, okay, in 1980. Thank you, David. You too. When I did the Gerson therapy for cancer, but I didn't have to. I did. What's Gerson therapy? I always learn new things on here, and I don't know what that is. Well, thank you, Jack. I can't remember what you said your name was. I'm sorry. My head is spinning from the day and dealing with my mom. $19.80. Do you have a site? No, I'm trying to write a book, and I say trying because life keeps interrupting me, meaning my dad and then my mom, and if you look at the links in my bio, if you click on my name, I have links to the National Weight Control Registry, where I'm the #1 featured success story, and there's a weight loss calculator that tells you put in your age and height and all of that, and it tells you approximately how many calories you burn every day. And then if you want to lose weight, you eat between 500 and 700 fewer calories than what your body needs to maintain that weight. It's really very simple. Okay, Google, stop. It's really very simple. I think it's sad that so many people think that they have to buy meal plans or wear waist trainers or buy packaged meals. You don't have to do all that. I did all of it. I've done every group kind of counseling and nationwide known weight loss plans like Weight Watchers, Overeaters Anonymous, Jenny Craig, Nutrisystem. I did them all. I've read hundreds of books. I did my own plans for years. I saw psychologists, psychiatrists, counselors with other girls when I was younger, and none of it helped me. None of it. My average day, wait, what is your average day for meals? My average day for eating? Well, okay, Google, volume 2. My average day for eating, what I try to do and what I always do isn't always the same, of course, but I try to eat eggs for breakfast every morning, along with a grain, whether that's oatmeal or a whole grain bread. It needs to be simple. And I thought you said that about, I felt badly about her too. It made me very sad when I read that about her. She wasn't very old. Okay, Google, stop. Anyway, as far as eating, I try to make sure I eat eggs every day because I'm obsessed with centenarians and how they live so long. You know, people that live to 100 and beyond. I've been kind of obsessed, not kind of, I have been obsessed with them for at least a decade. I find them fascinating. And one common theme that I found is that they all eat eggs. And it's the choline in the eggs, I believe. Not that I'm an expert, but I've never read that anywhere else, that anyone has ever made that connection between the eggs and the centenarians. But so anyway, I try to eat eggs. I put ginger in my eggs. Okay, Google. All right. There. Now you can't turn on. I try to eat eggs every day, oatmeal. I try to eat salmon at least 3 days a week. And I'm doing okay. How are you doing? I try to eat, I had salmon tonight. I had to force myself to eat it because it was getting old. That sounds terrible. But I cooked quite a bit of it a couple of nights ago. And I made too much because I don't like to cook. So I made 8 pieces of salmon at once, thinking, well, I can eat this over the next few nights. Well, then I didn't want it 2 nights in a row. So then it's getting, well, anyway, I'm going on too long about it. But when I got home from the gym, I forced myself to eat the salmon because I was starving. And I knew that if I didn't fill up on that I would end up eating something that I would regret. So I filled up with salmon and Ezekiel bread, raisin, what is it called? Not muffin, English muffin. So that's what I had for dinner. And then I had some frozen bananas and strawberries for dessert. And I feel satisfied. So as long as I keep myself satiated, full, then I can control myself pretty well. Dr. Robert Morse. I'll take a screenshot because I won't remember. Thank you for telling me that. I keep thinking of Joy Division when I see your name. Oh, I love lobster too. I haven't had that in years. Yeah, I wish I could have lobster every night. I don't even remember the last time I had lobster. Oh. You do screenshot. Yeah, I'm trying to, some of the wisest people that I know are going paperless, and they put everything, they take pictures of all their receipts and everything. And when you have a less clutter in your environment, at least to me, my mind doesn't feel as cluttered. If I have papers all over the place, which I do, but I feel more cluttered, and I don't think I think quite as well. Well, thank you, Scott. Thank you, Scott. Wow, I don't know what that is. A hello traveler. Thank you. Yeah, that's my, if I could do anything, I would travel. That's what I find fascinating. Well, and then space, of course, astronomy, but I sure missed the boat on that. But I still read about space and what we're learning in space. And hey there, how are you? I can't see your name, Jessica. How are you doing? Yeah, you don't even know what I'm going through. If you only knew. I've been told I can't talk about it, so I have to keep my mouth shut. But it'll be a big deal when it happens. I'm okay. How are you, Michael? I remember your picture. I don't know why, but I do. There's something about that picture. Oh, my mom has Alzheimer's with dementia, and I'm her only child, and I'm dealing. Oh, well, thank you for the cake. Believe me, I would eat it if it was real. Well, good. Actually, I like pie more than cake. I love chocolate pie and peppermint pie. But I watch a few other people on TikTok and YouTube that live stream, and they talk about how if you can just eat a small portion or a small amount of dessert, then it's okay. Well, for somebody like me, I can't eat just a little bit. I can't have one bite of certain kinds of foods. There's a lot of them, actually. Well, thank you for saying that. Oh, I'm sorry about your mom. I liked your thoughts on what foods you have in the house. Yes, thank you for, yeah. And the way I said that was so dumb, but that was in a live stream, and I just meant to say in that video that I keep foods that are okay but not great in my house. That way, I don't want to binge on them. Although a couple of nights ago I did binge on Raisin Bran, so now that's in the locked refrigerator in the garage because I've been so upset about my mom. I wake up at night and have been binging about it, and so some habits or some traits never stop. But that's only when I'm really, really, really upset that I do that, and I am really, really upset about my. Oh, wow, thank you so much, Scott. That was no one's ever given me that. Thank you. That was really nice of you. Thank you. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you for saying that about my mom. I wish I had a sibling to share in the misery with, but it's really difficult because she thinks that I'm making up everything, and it's painful. It's her only child for my own mom to not believe what I'm saying and to not understand why I took her car and to not understand that I had to turn her into the DMV, and they're having a hearing on the 16th of this month to take her license. And I felt like a horrible daughter for doing that to her, but I would be a horrible daughter to let her to continue to drive. And then what if she hurt herself and then someone else too? So it's almost like damned if I do, damned if I don't. And all this internal guilt I have about doing these things. I know it's the right thing to do, but it's still painful to have to take your own parents' car from them. And I just wish it didn't turn out that way. Well, thank you for saying that about doing the right thing. It sure doesn't feel that way. And my mom keeps sending me these text messages thinking that I stole her car and that I just wanted it. I didn't want her car. I didn't want her car. But I didn't want her to die or hurt anyone. Well, thank you. Thank you for saying that, Roger. Thank you. I weigh 260 and want to get to 200 thing you can do. Yes, there's a lot that you have to figure out what motivates you. There are certain things that I know are my triggers. And when I think about those things, it gives me more internal strength and fortitude to do what I really want to and not look for, well, thank you. My reasons for wanting to continue to be fit and to get fit in the first place are probably very different from what yours might be. We just too, and my mom with early dementia, I hope you can do. My mom, they told my mom that she was in the hospital for 2 weeks with her pacemaker, and they had to hold her longer because she had delusions in the hospital, and they couldn't deal with her, and they had to finally sedate her. She became belligerent. Of course, she doesn't remember any of that and thinks I'm making it all up, but thank you. Oh, with early dementia, you can take things like lion's mane, and there are drugs, you probably know that already, in early dementia. Where my mom is, it's too late. I think it's too late. Thank you. Practically what I cut to. No, I'm not in Idaho. I've never been to Idaho. I'm sure it's pretty there, but I've never been. Hi, Bluey dude. Well, if you want to know what my name is, Michael, click on the link in my bio. I almost didn't put it on my, you know how you can have your bio at the top under your name. I almost didn't link my National Weight Control Registry to my bio because I have a very unusual name, and I didn't especially want to be found out who I was. But I have a Netflix miniseries that's going to be, wow, my gosh, thank you so much. That's so incredibly nice of you. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's so very kind of you. Now I don't remember what I was even saying. I got so excited about that. What was I talking about? Oh, in my bio, it has my name. If I had a real common name, then my middle name is Alice. So, Alice. But, what I was saying about the Netflix miniseries documentary, my name's going to be all over, going to be out there. And I thought, if it's going to be on, well, I don't know if it will be Netflix or Amazon. I don't know. But my name will definitely be in this documentary. And I thought, if it's going to be in a documentary, then I might as well share it on TikTok. What difference does it make? So, nice to meet you too, Michael. I did answer this question, didn't I, Scott? And I'm not trying to be evasive. I'm really not. I'll tell you what my name is. Daisha. That's my name, Daisha. I've never said that before on here, but it's actually an ancient Roman province. It's what Transylvania used to be called. And the Romans went to war with Dacia, and they beat and took over Dacia. Well, thank you. My parents, people my whole life have asked me where my parents got my name, and they got it out of a baby book, out of all all the places they could get it from. Transylvania. Well, if you look at an ancient map, when I took art history in college, I remember there was an ancient map it wasn't the real, it was a copy, of course, in my art history book. But I remember seeing my name on this very archaic map and looking around thinking, does anybody know that? Nobody cared. I was the only one that cared. But I thought it was neat that it was on there, but it doesn't make any difference. It's just something fun that makes you feel like you're special or different or whatever. Well, thank you. I have good intentions. I really do. It amazes me how, well, I'm not going to say something negative. Thank you. It's very kind of you. It's been quite a journey on TikTok because I'm actually very introverted. And oh, thank you for the chili pepper. I don't think I've ever gotten that. No. I am genuine. That's just got the #1 gifter back. Oh, wow. No spicy sights. I'm pretty conservative despite what you might think. I don't have tattoos or piercings or anything like that. And thank you. I don't know. I'm definitely different from a lot of people. Definitely very different. If anybody knows what does anybody that's watching know what Myers-Briggs is? The personality typing? Thank you. But when you have a more unusual personality, it makes it harder for people to understand you and I guess you could say get you. Yes, I'm in the United States. But it took me years to understand myself. Oh, I'm an INTP. So you do know. So you're feeling. I'm INTP. So you know what it's like to be an NTP. It's not fun. Most people aren't. I think 1 to 2% of females are what I am, INTP. And so I'm not very much like other women. I don't care about makeup and I clip my finger. Not that that makes me better, but I just don't care about things like that. And I try to buy clothes at resale shops and Costco. To me, it's a waste of money. I'd rather save my money for good food, supplements, and traveling. Everything else, who cares? None of it matters. We're all going to die. Who cares if you have a bunch of nice jewelry or clothes? So that what? Somebody else can inherit it and sell it? And no, I've been through that. I don't care about things like that. ESTJs have the skills, really? Boy, whoever that is, ESTJ couldn't be any more different from me. I wish I wasn't INTP. I hate it. I've sometimes wondered if I was on the spectrum because but I don't think I am at all. What's NFR? What is that? What, did I sell something on eBay? I think I did. I nursed 3 sons, and so I was put back together again. So, yeah, why wouldn't I want to be put back together? I think I have a pretty nice figure, at least that's what I'm told. And I deserve, after nursing 3 babies, to be put back together again. National finals. Oh. No, I have a book about the Enneagram. Thank you. Thank you for blocking that person, Roger. I appreciate it. No, and I need to read that book. I have a book about it. I remember a counselor I saw told me about it, and because I was trying to understand myself and why I was so different from other people. And part of my problem is that I've always been so honest and so direct, and some people don't like that. They think that I don't know what they think, but the people that do know me either love me or hate me. They know I'll tell them the truth about what I think, and that it's very hard for me to lie, which I don't think that's necessarily a very good quality, to not be able to lie. Not very, if I do, my lips get all skewed, and I don't know why I'm like that. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. But I should practice being phony. Doesn't that sound terrible? No, you can't lie there because I can't remember. Yeah, it's true. If you don't lie, then you don't have to remember, good evening, Pat, how are you? If you don't lie, you don't have to remember what you said. And so I never worry about it because I'm pretty darned honest. I'll indulge you, I guess. I work hard. I deserve to let myself be satisfied with how I look. But for so long, I wouldn't even give myself credit because I was so afraid I would gain my weight back, which is kind of pathetic. But when you've been obese for decades and you gave it everything you had to lose it and you couldn't, and then you finally lose it and you maintain it, it's always on your mind, at least mine. Well, thank you. I'm doing well, Pat. How are you? Yeah, I don't like lies. If I ever discover that someone has lied to me, I never trust them again. Never. I don't give second chances, not when it comes to lies. Self-awareness. Boy, do I ever have self-awareness. Too much. It's like I'm constantly analyzing myself. Well, thank you. I wonder how many people don't have self-awareness. Do you think, who said that? That was a very intelligent comment. Mohowitzenberg. You're obviously very bright. You think a lot of people do have wait, I don't remember what I said. Did I say, do you think a lot of people do or don't have self-awareness? To me, it seems like a lot of people don't, but I don't know. I haven't really looked up statistics about it. About don't have self-awareness. Yeah, that's amazing to me. Just amazing that I think people, especially like my ex, who was a malignant narcissist, very unaware of how he affected people, or maybe he just didn't care because he was a narcissist. I don't know. Everybody's self-aware. Well, that's consciousness. That's what a lot don't have. Haas Sims. That name looks so familiar. Well, thank you. That's kind of you. I know I've seen Haas Sims before. Yeah, I find psychology very interesting. And, but that's why I liked Myers-Briggs, is that it helped me understand myself and then get past certain things. I mean, it's hard to grow as a person if you don't even understand yourself. So, well, thank you. That's nice of you. But I'm very much like my dad, who I think was probably also an INTP. No, I don't have any music on. Okay, Google. Play from my likes list on YouTube Music.
Got it. Here's your YouTube music playlist called Your Likes.
My likes. There's a guy on TikTok that I watch that has 6-point-something million followers, and he's been decorating for Christmas in his house almost every day. And last night he was putting big floats, Christmas floats, in front of his house, and there were over 2,000 people watching, including me. And I thought, I guess we're all just kind of living vicariously through him. And thank you, Roger. How have you been, Roger? I haven't talked to you in quite